Continue a little bit the one we already start to talk about the fourth chapter, and sometime when those are coming like regularly, said what he talking more or less same thing, but it sometimes look like fourth chapter everything looks same, but it's not, because it's a very subtle. The experience in the subtle bodies is a very complex to understand. The only way to explore it by experiencing. Otherwise, it's impossible to put in the word. You cannot write it. You cannot make it explain to somebody. Even when I asked to my father, he said, no, you only can understand once you experience. Otherwise, you don't understand. What I'm talking about is ultimate liberations. Because ultimate liberations, it's beyond of this physical and emotional and mental, what is called, we call identifications. And this self-identification, asmita, is one of the key why we liberate, the momentary liberations. Because this self-identification want to liberate first, the small one. And once this small identification liberated, the unhealthy ego liberated, and then we can extend this towards the ultimate liberation, which beyond of this self-identification. That means, once you're familiarizing with your self-identifications and liberating yourself. Let's say you do the yoga sadhana, when you practice yoga, or you are sitting in the kitchen drinking morning chai, eating breakfast, watching the windows, amazing weather, you feel calm, quiet, whatever. Or you're coming to the studio in the bike, you're enjoying this cool weather, not too cold, gray, okay, at least it's sometimes things are surrounding us, are stimulating us, automatically we come to this integration. Not necessarily you need to do something, the karma, it doesn't happen, it's fine. There's circumstances, there's our situations can enhance us to come to this condition. That's why in ancient time they said it's good from time to time go to these holistic places like a temple, like a yoga shala, because these places are people are practicing yoga, This shala is new, we have started practicing now. Imagine you go to some temple, like 100 years, 200 years, 500 years, I don't know how many years, thousands years, people are practicing there, chanting there, and this vibration is still there. The moment you come and there, sit quietly, no need to do anything, automatically a physical body, emotional body, mental body just come back to the center, this integration. This is a momentary liberations. It's connected to this self-identification, asmita. But we need to go beyond of that. The moment we want to go beyond of that, there are one little guy there avoiding us to overcome, that is the avidya. Avidya here means it's the lack of understanding about the life. Because life, it's impermanence. My life cannot be follow completely as my wish. I wish today get like a 30 degrees, warm, sunny, but no. That is avidya. I have this ignorant lack of this understanding about the reality, means I will suffer. I really wish today will be beautiful weather, sunshine, whatever, but then when you go out, it's like this, it's fine. Spontaneously, I understand the situations like that and adapting towards that. So mostly why we suffer in our life, why we don't liberating ultimately our life, because of the avidya. The first kleshas we say, because of the avidya, lack of clarity of the mind, lack of understanding about the life, make us to feeding the ego, asmita, what we call this my body, my emotion and my mind, whatever, my, and this become so strong and become like a very egocentric, and then you only do anything related to you. Okay, I come to yoga, I just need 2 mats, for example. I need 4 blocks. I just do everything. Then you say, the class is full. Maybe somebody need extra mat. So you don't want to give this mat. Why? Because I'm too much attached to me. This body, me. I don't realize the other surrounding. So the avidya avoiding you to open up yourself. And weeks I'm talking about, the ultimate liberation means you're opening yourself. There are no big difference between me and you. So me, Marlena, is same. In fact, me, you guys, all same. There are fundamentally we are different, but the essence same. I'm humans, you're humans, we are sharing this space, we're sharing this planet. The moment the consciousness, the clarity of the mind expanding, you will develop something unconditionally sharing and caring. And that's very important to ultimate liberations, because ultimate liberation means I'm not only benefiting, we all benefiting, your surrounding benefiting. So the moment the entire surrounding benefiting, then you are liberating. Otherwise, the old ancient yogis, they don't liberate ultimately without helping the surroundings. Let's say in an ashram, they have a masters, it's decided to ultimately liberating, getting this kaivalya. You always tell the students and disciples, I'm not going anywhere. Even though I get ultimately liberated, I will stay here and I will support everybody until everybody get ultimately liberated. Until then, they don't leave. They stay there. Even though if they can be very selfish, okay, I have all the possibilities to ultimately liberated, chows, bye-bye, they can leave. But they don't do that because they care everybody. They care and sharing. And this is very important aspect in our life. Whenever think about this, the moment ultimate liberation comes, you are losing the self-identifications. It's not more about me. And when you're losing this identification, the first thing it comes fear. You fear losing these identifications. The fear here fundamentally another reflection of your unhealthy ego, asmita. You need to see clearly that the moment you see clearly, okay, who fear here to lose the identification is asmita. It's fine. Let I lose this identification, but I'm just doing this practice not only benefiting me, I'm doing this practice benefiting everybody. And this exactly Patanjali's talk in the sutra number 11 in the 4th chapter. The impressions and desires are bound together by their dependence upon cause and effect. In the absence of the latter, the former two cease to the functions. Lack of understanding, avidya, create afflictions. Affliction is the suffering, which in turn create desire. So the moment the lack of understanding, the clarity of the situation about life happens, automatically desire will rise. Who rule the desire? Me. I very seldom can say that I have a desire for everybody. Can anybody have it like this? Very seldom. Maybe you have a desire, me and my partner, or me, my child, me, my family, me, my friend, or some reference point. It's always me there. You cannot say that I have a desire completely outside. I have a desire going to the mountains. I have a desire going to the ocean. It's always referred to me. And this desire I never say wrong. In yoga practice, we say we need desire towards the liberation. But we need to keeping this clarity of the mind with the situation. I have a desire going to the mountains and do my sadhana. I go to the mountain right now, and then they have a snow falls, the road blocks, I cannot go to the mountain. And then you will suffer. Who suffer? I'm suffer. If you have these positive intentions, you will say that it's okay, today snow falls, I cannot go practice. You come down back. I'm talking in Himalayas like that, yogis going up, they realize the circumstance is not really good, they will come down. And then they go back again. The go back again means like 10 days walking. 10 days walking, not like you're taking a bus, going and come back, or taking a jeep, going, come back. No. They really walk 10 days. They take some pints of the food. And I know many friends are doing that in India. Still right now, many friends are doing this from time to time. They take all the food for 1 month or 2-3 weeks. They go trekking, find some cave, and they stay for 10 weeks, 10 days or 2 weeks. And then they feel, okay, good, then they come down. The moment they go there, if something happens, okay, it's not right time, they come back. This is we need to apply in our life. If something not in our path, we always have so much obstacles, it will be divert us because something important us to do that. When you're not ready, you shouldn't do that. That's why we always have a lot of obstacles. And these obstacles shouldn't make you suffer. The moment you suffer, question yourself, who suffer? I'm suffer. Why I'm suffer? Because my desire want to that, but it doesn't happen. Why? Lack of clarity of the mind, ignorance, avidya. These two things we need to apply. If we don't understand this, we cannot ultimately liberate. For today's practice, I want you keep this understanding of the clarity. We're going to do some practice with a lot of ropes and then blocks. That will help you not too much attached, but is bringing more clarity how the physical bodies are doing energetical flow. And that will help you to understand so that without desire, you still can practice something. Good?